See the consequences of excessive heat to you and me. The misguided politicians that are deniers need only to see the diminished ice caps that drown low-lying ground with flooding that destroys homes and lives with merciless impunity. Burning heat in the middle of winter for our Latin American neighbors is not normal, nor to a rational you or me. But our current Republican politicians are driven by greed and hypocrisy. They, forgive me, cloak their deeds with a false label, calling themselves conservatives. Destructors of democracy is their motto, and ill will to humanity, denying our society of health care, social security, or supporting global warming. Red is the color that represents the party for the hell they're imposing on our citizens and humanity. Okay, now less controversial stuff. Leave the light on for me tonight. Oh, okay, leave the light on, that's the poem. Leave the light on for me tonight. This is too big of a fright for me, to be without company or an illuminating light. This, along with your calming and comforting embrace, helps me displace this ugly fright that has a painful bite on me. I need to put up a fight, get control of my soul, and do that which is good and right on this dark and dreary night, excuse me. Okay, here's something a little more positive. Dawn, dawn, the awakening of a new day. Like a newborn fawn, delicate and pretty, the dark goes to gray, and then away. Dawn slowly gains clarity, while all along losing its chill and turning into a warm, pleasant day. The bright light of the dawn hurts my eyes and greets me to a new day. God's dormant creatures awaken with me to the dawn's light for a new day, making me feel the warm love I feel for you, celebrated by the morning dew, adorning the plants, the flowers with diamonds of water, a beautiful sight that can only be seen with the dawn's magical power of life-giving light. This is an interesting one. It's titled The Blind Man. The Blind Man. A chance encounter with a blind man surprised me. He taught me how to see. His images had more color, more depth, and subtleties that escaped me. Images have sound, they have smell. It's a wonder to see with intensity and clarity, all with the help of the blind man that taught me how to see. Joy, truth, pain, lies, it's all in front of us, in the faces we see. The depth of perception is amazing if we truly want to see the picture in its entirety. Blessed is the blind man who taught me how to see. A little too controversial. Bring it. Bring it? All right.
Right? Are y'all open-minded?
Okay, it's called pro-choice. There you go.
Never
Never
mind.
mind?
Just teasing. I'm just teasing.
Okay. I don't want to insult anybody.
No, let's go. Don't
Okay.
lie.
Pro-choice. Pro-choice is the crime of the century, and on the surface is what it appears to be. In nature, not every culture has the right to be. Natural selection has a purpose, though cruel it may be. A child has a right to life if its parents can nurture it and give it a safe place to be. Here in America, the safety net for discarded children is riddled with gaping holes, cruel and inadequate for a defenseless child. Foster parents seldom provide a good model for a child to follow and a good citizen to be. Statistically, 20% will become instantly homeless, and when aged out of the foster system, and only one of two will be gainfully employed. By the age of 23, the harshness of the world comes crashing down on these innocent souls. Many of the children of foster care are unemployed and join the ranks of criminal imposed by the uninformed or misguided members of our society. They ignore the cost and consequences of stupidity. Being undereducated souls, they are ripe pickings for pedophilia or the sex slave trade, to endure merciless cruelty in the name of pro-life, a kind term for ignorance, cruelty, or plain hypocrisy. Okay. This is a nice one. Bedtime. Bedtime is a fine time for fun and relaxation, along with healing, rest, or sexual excitation. The joy of rest, the joy of touch, the joy of romantic conversation, the magical touch that inspires a deeper and more rewarding relaxation. In brief moments, we can enjoy our naked beauty in all its sensory glory, the smiles, the arousal, the soft kisses, the shared pleasurable sensation. The hugs, the aroma of perfume, and the natural sense of excitation. What a glorious sensation, a dreamlike state of inspired comfort with slow progressions of acceptance for the more rewarding, delightful sensation. The wanted and desired union of two becoming one in a creative manifestation. Let love exist. Let love persist for mankind's continuation. This one's called Destiny. Destiny, that is what she said to me. That is what was meant to be. Love between you and me. Destiny, how fortunate we are to be happy as larks, flying in an ocean of air, happy as it was meant to be. Destiny, a gift of unity, solidarity, and in time, a family. Oh, how grateful can we both be with this, not just you, not just me, but we, together, our future, our destiny. How about we take a break? You guys want to discuss anything that you've heard that's interesting, you thought was a little too controversial? Any thoughts?
I did on each one, but you were going so fast, I can't remember nothing now.
Okay, well, we'll read it.
I can't remember anything.
Well, I'll tell you what, the next one I'll read it and then we'll discuss by point by point. Okay, this one's hope. Hope in times of trouble, in times of need. Hope is what we cherish. Hope is what we all need. Often, a glimmer of hope is all that is needed to diminish our weariness caused by heartache or calamity. Uncertainty, a real source of suffering and anxiety. With the teachings of religion that reassures us of a brighter future, to improve our status and diminish the fear of sleepless anxiety. Our belief in hope dries our tears and makes it all better for you and me, my dear. Okay. Madame.
Hope.
Yes.
I think that's a good tool, a spiritual tool to use in my earth body, in my 24-hour body, hope.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do find myself, don't like to use labels, but to explain myself, codependent. I'm codependent on how others react if I get out of line. And I'll go home and beat myself up going, I wish I didn't say that. But hope has forgiveness in it.
There you go.
It has self-forgiveness. It has forgiveness of others. So that was beautiful.
Good. comments, please feel free to talk, okay? This is how we learn and benefit from being in a group.
Well, when I was listening to it, before you brought up religion, I thought about religion. I also thought about, when you talked about uncertainty, I thought about how it feels to deconstruct from religion and think about how uncertain it is because you kind of lost the hope you had while you were deeply religious. And
Thought of like similar things about uncertainty and kind of like just being like hopeful for like when something bad happens that it will still work out.
There you go. Good. Senor, comments?
Yes, I like the transformation, so to say, of the title.
Okay.
The titles, in my opinion, are abstract words or conceptual.
Yes.
But the poet, the lines, we can feel or see images, concrete images, or sensual images, and I like it a lot. I remember some phrases. The coffee point.
Yes.
The phrase lubrication for conversation. I love it.
I happen to be from Colombia, so coffee is very important to me. Okay, here's a current one. It's called scam. Scam. Damn the scam. Today's fashionable crime of deception. Like magicians that create the perception of a thrill, of a treasure to be found. Damn the scam. A dishonest scheme, a fraud, be it monetary or emotional, while creating a false sense of trust, of hope for positive growth, only to find in time the deception, the fraud, the painful sensation of alienation. Broken trust, malicious deception, damn the scam, the abuse of trust and disregard of decency, the purposeful destructive order of society, blooming the infectious growth of a corrupt and unfortunately decaying society. Okay, it's a current one, and it's a painful one, but it's real. I think we all get scammed, right? Senor? Has it happened to you?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. You girls? Hopefully not. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess the point of it is just to be cautious and, to let your gut maybe control what you'd wind up doing so that you don't make any more mistakes than you have to. All right. This was titled, Leave Me Now. Leave me now if you're going to go. Leave now so my endless fears and stream of tears can go. Go, I need time to shed my fears and river of tears, so as to heal and replace my scars and frowns with peace in a new direction, to grow in love and affection that will take me in a desired direction, to regain the energy of a positive life filled with challenges and some strife, as is normal with life. So the joys of success may be few, but indeed they will be sweet and will be celebrated with smiles and not frowns. This will allow me to continue to grow and enjoy life. So a grateful soul I shall be. In time, I will become the person I was meant and want to be.
Where did that come from?
A song?
What's the root of that? Oh, please. What kind of experience did you have when you wrote that?
You know what? The inspiration was a Russian song. Yes, I promise you. I listen to music from all over the world, okay? And there's certain things that, strike me in my heart. And then I go, I got to write something about that. So I did. And you liked it. Good. Comments? You guys are too young. You haven't experienced that painful situation. Go ahead. Any thoughts?
I like the idea of the music.
There you go. Oh, the musical aspect of it. Yeah.
Because your words are rhythm and musicality.
Well, good. Hey, listen, I appreciate that. It takes work to make that happen.
Well, even if it's loss of a relationship through them passing on, or even of an animal, that pain, well, you've got to mean something to me. We'll still hold on to that underlying pain instead of just letting it be a part of us. Let it be one of the fabric of our life, because I'm slowly learning that, or the pain of relationships that I wish I'd had with that person, or the kind of relationship, instead of just letting it go.
That's how you, that's how,
Experience.
that's how you grow.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one. It happens to me. Lost in thoughts. I'm lost in a maze of thoughts that twist and turn and contradict, a rut. I don't know what is real or what is not, what I should do or should not. I wish I had a map or a guide to show me the way, a lighted path. But all I see are questions inside my head, so I engage in needless fret and endless questions that confuse my head. I hope to find a way out soon before it's too late and clear the fog that clouds my head. I want to see the sun, the moon, the stars, and the beauty of this magical place. I guess opportunity to say a few words.
Yeah, I like it.
You like it?
Poem because I think of the act of writing.
Yes.
Exactly. As a new territory. You're different from the original story.
And you have to go from a very broad thoughts, you have to bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down, and make it make sense and have feeling and make it sound reasonably good. Yeah. Any thoughts on this?
I wrote a poem similar to this for school, so I definitely relate to this idea.
Good. Nada. Okay. Volunteering. Volunteering. Why would a person want to give up their time for free? It seemed odd to work for free. Yet many do and receive spiritual satisfaction to a high degree while helping humanity in a needed capacity. Those assisted are often grateful for enriched lives that contribute more to society. Yes, it happened to me. The call of service has rewarded me. Extensively, I bid thee to try it and see. It may surprise you how rewarding it can be. How do you like it? Yeah? My pants keep falling down.
It's like you're a humanitarian. Do you look at the social organization when you go to different countries?
Yes, yeah.
Jump in. As soon as you get off the jet, just jump into the society and observe.
I have to. It's my role in life, I think.
Okay. Were you like that when you was a little boy? Were you inquisitive?
Yes,
Curious?
I always picked my friends if they were older and smarter than me. I wouldn't pick kids my age. If they weren't smarter than me, I need to learn. I need all the help I can get. Capitalism. Here's an interesting one. Voodoo. Voodoo is the wicked spell she puts on me. Incarcerated and no longer free. Loss of custody is what she does to me, while under the voodoo spell she puts on me. I lose will and don't remember who I am. Lost in dark clouds and rain on me. Thunder and lightning abound until there is silence and a break in the clouds. Then she appears, dancing in a trance of voodoo in her sheer tutu in front of me. Graceful moves delight my eyes, and passion arises in me. I have no want to be, I have no want to be free, while under the spell she puts on me. A silver lining there can be to voodoo, I see. Okay, here's one I think you like. Music, the sound that inspires smiles and good spirits, and dancing. It's a thread of social fabric that binds us, enlightens us, and at times brings back fond memories of a time gone by for the young or the old. The variety of instruments and styles is staggering. Strings, wind, percussion. Every culture has its own unique instruments that reflect the country's spirit musically. The universality of music is a miracle of unity. Music binds society in a way that nothing else can. Let's celebrate the let's celebrate the miracle of unity that music allows us to have. I could change the ending, it could have been better. But anyway, that's why I listen to music from Russia, from Spain, everywhere. From about 8 o'clock in the 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, there was music in my house. My neighbors would be coming up and he says, "Oh, I could hear your house sounding from half a block away." We loved music. Okay, here's an interesting one. Serenity. Serenity, it's the goal for most of humanity. Peace, love, and affection lead our lives in the positive direction, attaining productivity for the good of one's country, one's family, and the good of humanity. Yet it's the political forces that lead us to conflict, hatred, and racial inequality. Is this not insanity? Stripping away health care, social security, common sense, morality, and yes, dignity. Dear Lord, lead us back to civility, honesty, integrity, morality, and all those honorable qualities of positivity that lead humanity to a path of civil productivity and our goal of goodness, kindness, harmony, and serenity. All right, any comments?
A pride for humanity. A pride for humanity.
There you go. Here's one that's inspired by my age. It's called longevity. Longevity is the word of good decision making, a culmination of behaviors, movement, exercise, nutrition, genetics, and viewing the world in a positive light. The collective experiences of a lifetime make a person a vessel of priceless information, valuable for future generations to avoid costly mistakes. Advice given freely to improve the bond between the young and the old, rewarding us with a long, fruitful life. Longevity. Persistence. This is a short one. Persistence. It's the necessary insistence, Persistence and its necessary insistence are usually required to drive or attain a difficult goal. Persistence and its insistence are required along with confidence to dissipate the resistance and disbelief to attain one's goal. Persistence, it breaks down resistance. Here's an interesting one. Lady in red. Lady in red, you exude beauty and passion in my heart and in my head. Lady in red, with no room for dread. Red, a color that suits you. That's a color that suits you, that ignites passion and desire in anyone's head. The warm glow of red, dancing flames of fire that express the passion and desire fueled by your sensual attraction, expressed in the fiery color of red. Any thoughts? Lady in red, lady in blue?
I like the other poem, the one before that.
Oh, persistence?
Right.
Any thoughts?
Just not to be so cerebral, not to live in my head. Go with the flow. Like just no judgment, go with the flow. Allow people to be where they are. Allow myself to be where I am. I love mistakes now. I love to see people challenge me if I let them in a controversy. Because if I get moved, like I get triggered, wow, that's where I need to work on myself. Look within, be persistent.
You know, there's something that really,
That internal growth, I love that. Stay out of my head. Don't judge somebody when I'm, getting reared up. That's a growth spurt, Renata. And it's not exhausting. So that just flowed.
okay.
It's not an exhausting way to live. I'm creating the exhaustion.
I was going to say, in reference to persistence, there's this lubricant called WD-40. Have you ever heard of WD-40? Okay. Do you know how many times the chemist had to work with that thing to produce it correctly? 40 times. That's why it's called WD-40. Yes, I promise you. That's what inspired persistence. Oh, okay, here's another one. The timing on this one's good. Summer. Warm, bright days filled with sunlight, embraced by nature, slowly turning the brown of winter's hibernation into an exciting time with the reassuring green glow of summer gestation. Viewed from backyards with the smells of charcoal fires from grills that fill the air with the welcoming smells of sizzling meats and cut up vegetation. A reason for exhilaration, friendship, and libation. Beer and soda flow and complement delectably cooked foods that inspire laughter and smiles that lead to satisfied satiation. Summer, a time for fun and socialization. What'd you think?
I like that last word.
You'll find that it's going to come up often. I like it. Love. Love is joy. Love is sweet. Love is tender. Love brings joy to our hearts indiscriminately. Our smiles are frequent. Our laughter is genuine. Our mood is bright and full of delight. We see the good in we see the good in all that surrounds us, and it gives us hope for a kinder world. Love can be bitter. Love can cause pain. Love can be dark as night, to make things better, to make things right. We often take flight to escape the dark, escape the night, to ease the pain, to ease the fright, and bring back color and bring back light, to dispel the dark, to dispel the fright, and once again be in the light. Love, it's the key to a happier you and me. Okay. Anybody willing to expose their association with that word, love? When I was your age, Boy, was that an important word in my vocabulary. Love,
Different meanings.
love,
Well, they're different kinds.
but a delightful sensation when it's good, right? Yeah. Okay, here's another one. Desperation. Sad but true, many artists and folks in the creative field, when in the throes of desperation, somehow find inspiration to bring them out of the dark. An introspective sensation changes desperation into the illuminating light of inspiration. It brings artists and creative folks to their most creative level. And the sensation of desperation along with the beautiful, new, and exciting creations. Desperation. Okay, here's one, a painful one. Exploitation. Exploitation, the ugly truth of the web's anonymity, the dark side of virtual innovation. Exploitation of the naive, the innocent, the young, the old, the migrants, all treated with disregard for their goodness, their kindness, and their humanity. Shame no longer plays a role in our society. The unfortunate result of our models, the greedy souls that play the roles of the supposed bastions of our society. May the good, the ethical, the moral, lift us from this dark and errant path into one of goodness and light. Okay, here's another one. Unity. Broken world. We live in a tragic and broken world. Hate rules us. Hate ruins us. A tragic path for us and our frail word. May God guide us to a path of goodness and kindness, one of diversity, one of unity, with nature and humanity in peaceful harmony. For the sake of our future and the sake of our sanity, like the 7 colors of the rainbow that make up the unity of white light. Let's stop the hate, let's stop the fight, and together, piece together a single purpose to take us from the dark and into the unity of the white light. Any thoughts on that?
Have you been to a physical place where that exists?
Not yet. I wish, but not yet. Peace of the night. In the peace of the night, when all is quiet, my imagination takes flight. Feelings of joy, feelings of fright get rhythmically recorded in the wondrous of the beauty of the night. Like in Arabic art, the moon and the stars are images of delight, a break from the searing sun, the night with its magic of coolness and rewarding mystic sights of the moon and the stars that gives birth to ideas and dreams of delight. Night is my peaceful friend. Night is my confidant, with whom I share all secrets in perfect confidence. Do you find the night a good time to think and write?
Absolutely.
There you go.
For some reason.
It's quiet, no distractions. And you know what I think? This happens to me. Late at night, you know, when I'm starting to get like sleepy, I can go from a dream state to a wake-up state, to a dream state, to a wake-up state. And so creativity just flows. It doesn't have the boundaries that consciousness puts on things. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, end of denial. Sad but true, the life I pursue is based on unrealistic dreams that will never come true. So come down from the clouds and lay a realistic path to increase the smiles and rich life and make it all worthwhile. Here's another one, curiosity. Curiosity opens our eyes to the wonders of the world and enriches our lives and leads us to discovery. Like the likes of Christopher Columbus, Galileo, Leonardo da Vinci, Madame Curie, or Elon Musk, and the many that follow. These were persons of wonder with visionary curiosity, whose wonder was never contained, curiosity that was never limited because they embraced the enormity of infinity. Tell me, has he not affected the way things are getting done? SpaceX, the car, the electric car. No, no. Friends. Friends are so necessary and yet so complex. They help us, they support us, they delight us. Friends are so necessary and yet so complex. They help us, they support us, they delight us in times of sadness, in times of pain or grief, they support us. Yet they can be so annoying, cruel, despicable, and downright awful. Yet we love them, we need them, and we can't do without friends. Rain. On a hot summer day, there is nothing like the joy of cooling rain. Vegetation rejoices. Children enjoy it. They smile, soak, and squeal with such delight, a beautiful sight. It makes our world seem right, not one of frightful and destructive might. Okay. Here's one I like. Sand between my toes. Sand between my toes is a wonderful sensation, a connection to earth and creation. The ocean kisses the sand kisses the ocean, a dynamic line of demarcation. The cool water at my feet gives me a magnificent sensation of exhilaration. As I look into the ocean and visualize the magnitude of God's creation, it humbles me and entices me to be baptized again in the cool waters of organic creation. To enjoy the beauty of waves, vastness, breezes, and dynamic line of demarcation of ocean and sand, like the grounding sensation of sand between my toes. Here's an interesting one. The 5 pillars of civilization. The 5 pillars of civilization that led the U.S. to be a model country of economic opportunity were founded on the core values of formation of cities and government, organized worship, social structure, written communication, artist expression, and activity, respect for the order and civility. A chaotic melting pot, a world of inclusive and diversity, imperfect in areas like that of ethnicity. The Constitution are planned to illuminate the way by the brilliant minds of our founding fathers. Many, yet 7 seem to have contributed the most. The likes of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, John Jay, and James Madison. The architects of our city on a hill, a beacon of positive, constructive creation of an enviable nation. Let's do our part to put our nation on a track to continue being a model country of economic opportunity with social equality for all. Okay, that's the end of my English poems. You comment? No?
Do you write, when you go into other countries, do you look at how they live, what their justice systems and legislations and stuff, and
I will read you. I will read you a piece I wrote in Turkey.
Because, I mean, you knew their names and,
Allow me to read it to you.
you're so curious, aren't you?
Well, you know, I tell people what I do and I converse, and they say, hey, can you write us a piece? And I go, sure, I'd love to. So I do.
You ever put any of this to music?
Do you know when I started writing poetry? 8 months ago. Well, I'm not. But I didn't want to confess that right up front. Let me see. Let me go. Where do I? Oh, under docs.
I went to this creative poetry writing class that they had here before the eclipse.
Oh, okay.
And they had so many poems on the eclipse. Did y'all write any or read any eclipse poems? Yeah, it was neat. Did y'all see the eclipse? Did you? Where were y'all?
Stay at home. I was at school.
Oh, just look up.
This is a piece I wrote at the request of the concierge of the hotel where I lived. Anyway, I'll take away the sale point and start with the heart of the matter. The richness of Istanbul was made very clear to me from the extensive and delicious cuisine of kebabs, baklava, dolmas, and the impressive Turkish breakfast. A site of bounty and delight, Istanbul is the place to be. The hospitality of the people of Istanbul becomes obvious once a level of communication is established. When the crust of Turks is removed, the kindness and goodwill will make the term welcome a word come to life and delight. Historically, the Ottoman Empire, historically and colloquially known as the Turkish Empire, spanned much of Southeast Europe, West Asia, and North Africa from the 14th to the 20th century. It also controlled parts of southeastern Central Europe between the early 16th and early 18th century. Architectural examples of greatness of the Turks comes to light with the likes of Hagia Sophia, the largest religious structure in the world for a century, and also impressive, the Blue Mosque of Turkey. The Basilica Cistern, a man-made wonder of marble, is also a marvel to behold. On a lighter note, the Bosphorus tour of the Bosphorus Strait that connects the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara is an entertaining delight with dinner and varied entertainment highlighted by belly dancing and whirling dervishes. Istanbul is surrounded by the rich Sea of Marmara that is showcased in the enormous aquarium with an impressive variety of sea life. The nearby islands are also a must to see. Princess Island is one of the fun things to do while in Istanbul. For other tours or information, you know, it just says to go to this guy. Anyway, you know. And you know, it forces me to learn and to do a little research, get on the computer. What do I know about the Ottoman Empire? Very little. It's fun. All right, my friends, let me read a few poems in Spanish, but that's all I'll have for today. Olas, brisa y mar. Para descansar, no hay nada mejor que las olas, brisa y mar, que deleitan el corazón, el alma y el deseo de bailar. Las risas y sonrisas que abundan en este lugar es algo para soñar, con anhelo, cuando en casa lejos estamos del mar. Cuando acompañado con nubes, echo de menos los rayos del sol, el murmuro del mar y la brisa alentadora que es el suspiro de la playa. El sol, arena y brisa del mar calman los nervios, los anhelos y los suspiros que están en nuestro corazón. El conjunto de sol, brisa y mar apoyan los dulces sentimientos del corazón, el amor que enriquece nuestra vida, nuestra alma, nuestro corazón, con el dulce calor y sabor del amor. You like that? See? He says it's okay. Bailar, to dance. Bailar, fuente de alegría que nos permite disfrutar de la música, la compañía, las sonrisas, el buen vestir y hay veces el cantar. Bailar alimenta nuestro bienestar. Olvidamos nuestras penas, sentimientos de alegría y socializar. Una bella forma de celebrar nuestra alegría y humanidad. Y todo sin límite de edad, seamos niños, jóvenes, enamorados, casados o divorciados. No hay limitante de edad en disfrutar de la música y el bailar. Al descansar es cuando permitimos sentir lo bello de nuestra atracción sensual, sea la belleza femenina o masculina, para formar parejas por el placer del momento o a brindar el camino del romance para cementar el querer con un hombre o una mujer y permitir la creación de vida y enriquecer el futuro de nuestra humanidad. My voice is running out. I apologize. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing the reading.
Very private stuff that you shared with us publicly. Thank you.
My pleasure. Tú hablas español. Pues qué caramba, pues vente para acá. Todavía tengo otros poemas en español. No, basta. Ok, chao. De nada, mi placer.